All right, welcome back to Mystery Farm. Sagittarius. Okay. We're gonna do a mid-October reading for you guys. I love Sagittarians. Y'all tend to be fiery and flamboyant. Okay. So let's see what you guys are getting up to this week. Two of Swords. Page of Wands. Six of Swords. King of Swords. There's a lot of swords out for y'all. Who are you fighting with? Okay. Let's see. Let's get some clarifiers here. Ooh, okay. Wow. Ooh. Oh, goodness. Saggies. Oh, you guys haven't been having a fun time, have you? A couple came out here. Okay. I'm going to take all three of them. All right, so, Saggies, it looks like you guys have been at a crossroads about something or someone, and I'm kind of guessing more someone. The Two of Swords is that, you know, it's where you're just really not sure, and maybe you haven't seen, you feel like you don't have enough information to make a decision. And that's what the Three of Wands in reverse is about as well, because the Three of Wands in upright is having made a decision and you're waiting for your ships to come in. The Three of Wands in reverse is not making a decision, which is, you know, the same as that Two of Swords energy. But feeling like that knowing that not making that decision is going to delay anything coming in for you kind of permanently. So it looks like you've been in some stuck energy in terms of making a decision. The situation that you've got going on here is, it shows the Page of Wands, and the word on the card is innocence. And there's rabbits surrounding this woman standing there with a wand. And I'm sort of seeing that as to some degree your energy. The Six of Cups clarifying this innocence. What I'm really feeling like is that that perhaps you are, I think you see the best in everyone, Sagittarius. I think you tend to think that everybody's coming from that same innocent, you know, kind mindset that you are. And so I feel like you may overgive in some situations, because you want to receive in return. And so you give freely out of the kindness of your heart, but you might not always get that back in return. But you've got to be careful too with sort of, that is a boundaries thing, and that card comes up next. That's a boundaries thing. Is if you are giving to someone, and I speak from experience on this, right? I've definitely struggled with, you know, people pleasing and boundaries. You know, and when I look back on that, a lot of times I definitely overgave to a lot of situations. But when I would do that, it was because I was expecting that if I put out X, Y, and Z, that the person would see what a kind, good person that I am, and they would return that energy to me. But that's giving sort of out of a lack-based mentality. It's giving because you want someone to do that for you. So the caution is to be careful with that kind of energy, and not to overgive to these situations, because I get the feeling that you've been kind of taken advantage of, a lot in these relationships in the past, and maybe people leave you sitting there kind of forever in this limbo zone. And but your cue is to focus on who is reciprocal with your time and energy, but also for you you don't have to take the lead in terms of giving, right? Or if you give, but give a small amount that you're comfortable with, and ensure that you're not seeking any energetic response from that. That's how we give freely, is I don't need this energy to be matched. That's how you don't get hurt by overgiving, essentially, right? Is like, if this person doesn't, return this to me, I'm fine, and I can walk away from that and not feel like, oh, I shouldn't have, given this, that, or whatever. Okay, so yeah, the Six of Swords showing up as boundaries, and then the Nine of Swords clarifying that. I think you have a lot of regrets about imposing those boundaries onto other people, and then feeling like when you have imposed some boundaries and people have walked away, you're like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. No, you absolutely should have done that. You did the right thing. This situation that you've been in limbo on, you are not asking too much. That's the message that I'm hearing, is you are not asking too much. You are asking the wrong person. That's that's what it's about. So the King of Swords is here, and the clarifiers that came out of that is the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. I think this looks like this might be the person that you're stressing out about, Sagittarius. And so a King of Swords, it could be an air sign, but this person they tend to be a bit detached, emotionless. They're probably very together in terms of being organized from like a business sense. Perhaps they're a good communicator, a good leader. But they're sort of almost clinical in terms of how they interact emotionally with other people. The clarifying is Nine of Wands, which is defensive. The Queen of Swords, which is kind of that harsh cutoff or harsh words energy, and the Lovers. And so what this is saying is that this person is emotionally defensive. They tend to, when you're imposing a boundary, they may say some really harsh words and cut you off. And that's because they're feeling like emotionally defensive, or they don't want to explain themselves, or whatever the case may be. The Lovers coming out here is indicating that this person is also much more in a 3D kind of space. This is probably not an awakened a person, but they're very much focused on the 3D aspects of their life and the more physical aspects, whereas I'm not seeing that energy from you. I'm seeing a lot of just this very peaceful, serene, just beautiful energy, but purity. That's what I want to say. There's a purity to you, and he just doesn't kind of see the world in that same way. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here. I'm sorry, for the Sagittarius that are going through this situation, if this is your reading. It's tough, but yeah, keep your boundaries. Don't overgive, and you're, even though I know it caused you pain, that if you put up a boundary and somebody walked into it, that you may feel that regret for putting up that boundary, but you shouldn't. Please don't. Okay, pathway. That card came out in the last reading, and I definitely shuffled. Hope. I'm gonna get another one for you guys as well, because I mean, have hope. I think this is really just the start of your path. You may be either near awakening or recently awakened, because it's showing that you have a path up ahead of you, and to me, it looks like that spiritual journey. And there's going to be some hard days ahead. There's going to be some, kind of darkness that you really have to work through on this journey. But you're going to gain wisdom from it. You're going to gain wisdom. You're going to see a lot of magic. And this pathway is ultimately how you bring that light into your world. Okay, yeah, like I said, I didn't pull these for the other signs, but for you, I do want to. Oh. Nothing real can be threatened. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? Sag, whoever's watching this, that is definitely the energy that I'm picking up, is you do have that purity and innocence, that light to you. And you may be a light worker, you may be a starseed, but you have this journey up ahead. And like I said, there's going to be some challenges within that. But but this is something you are absolutely capable of walking through. I mean, it's part of your purpose. It's your spiritual path and purpose. I want to pull one more from here. Your purpose. Isn't that funny? I was just saying, that's your purpose. That's your purpose. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with the choices and live with more purpose? And so I think that's the energy, is it's asking you to realign and understand that you are going to be going on this journey and through this path. And the focus needs to begin and end with you. Okay. I do want to pull one of these cards. Saturn. Feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work, and patience. So this to me looks very much like near the beginning of your spiritual journey. And I'm excited for you, Sagittarius. I also know exactly that kind of energy that you're gonna be in, because it is the awakening period it's magical. It's magical. And there's going to be days where everything is really rainbows and unicorns, and you're just overwhelmed with the beauty of the world and these strange and mysterious interactions that you're having with animals and signs and synchronicities. But there's also going to be days when you absolutely feel like the world is crashing down around you. And I just want to let you know, to the person that I'm talking to, or the people that I'm talking to, is understand that as you go through this journey, you were designed for it. You absolutely have the strength, you have the experience to do this. You're going to be learning that wisdom. And so expect that your path up ahead while people are going to come in and out of it during your awakening period, these people and connections that you make are going to be about you and your growth. And so as you encounter these challenges that are often very painful, remember and watch for the message, the guidance, the lesson, because that's how the pathway works. It's people, it's challenges, it's experiences that come in specifically designed to teach you something, to help you grow along your path and journey, so that you can become the light worker, or to fulfill your path and purpose. All right. So that was a sort of an unexpected reading, but really it's beautiful. Whoever I'm speaking to has some really, really amazing energy, and I feel it. And please know that this is exactly the kind of person that I also want to be helping on my channel, because it is you feel like you're going crazy. And sometimes you don't know how to deal with that amount of pain and challenge that you do encounter. And so please make sure that you like and subscribe and check back with me as you go through this, if you're my person that I'm talking to. All right. Well, Sag, have a great week. Thank you guys so much. See you.